You know, every time I make a video talking about my life in Dominican Republic, someone always jumps in the comments and say something like, "You always bash in the United States." And honestly, I laugh every time I see it. Because here's the thing. Number one, I know that their life is trash. That's number one. Number two, I know that nobody likes them, not even their own roaches. Number three, I never left America because I hated America. I left because I wanted a different lifestyle. And there's a big difference. As a matter of fact, after living in Dominican Republic these last 5 years, there's actually quite a few things that America does really, really well. And some of these things you don't fully appreciate until you actually leave. So today I want to have a balanced conversation, not America versus DR or which country is better. Because be honest with you, that debate is pointless. It's very subjective to the individual. Because I think people should go and live where they are treated best. Every country has their weakness. Every country has their strengths. But here's some things that America gets right and that I genuinely miss. And some of these, they might even surprise you. So let's start with the obvious one, convenience. America has mastered convenience to the T. You don't realize how convenient your life is until you actually leave. Need a phone charger? Amazon. Need a replacement part? Amazon. You need groceries? Delivered. Dog food? Delivered. Need a television? Delivered. Need a birthday gift for somebody? Delivered tomorrow. And sometimes the same day, and that still blows my mind. In the DR, don't get me wrong, some of this can happen, but not on the scale of the United States. Every year things in DR are steady improving, so I have to give them that. But sometimes trying to find one single item, I'm talking about one single item, can lead to an entire adventure over there. You go to one store, they don't have it. Then another store, then another. Then somebody tells you, oh, it's across town, and guess what? Traffic happens. And guess what? Your quick errand has now become a 3, 4, or 5 hour mission. Now, if I think it's gonna be a hard to find item, I'm going straight to Amazon. I would rather pay a little more than to waste my time and save myself the headache. America has found out how to remove friction from your daily life. And I'm gonna tell you, that's something I do miss. So the next one is customer service. Now, before someone says the customer service in the US is bad as well, I gotta stop you in your tracks. It's not great, but I can tell you one thing, it is better than Dominican Republic. I've lived there, and overall, the expectations in America are different. When you buy something in the US and it arrives damaged, at least somebody's gonna help you try to fix it. Not so much in Dominican Republic. Exchanges are easy, refunds are straightforward. The companies here know that the customers matter. But living in Dominican Republic, it teaches you patience, a lot of patience. Because what you would think would be a simple process, it generally turns into a complicated issue. And you learn fast, not everything moves at the speed that you would like it to. So now let's talk about road infrastructure. I know some people here complain about the road infrastructure here as well, but again, it is not on the level of DR, nowhere near it. Yes, certain areas are worse than others, but when I moved to Dominican Republic, I realized those roads wasn't so bad after all. The roads in DR are below average at best. You may find some good roads, and if you do find some good roads, they're only average. I don't think there's a road in DR that you could say that it's above average. Maybe the highway leading to Punta Cana, or some roads in the Punta Cana area, or the highway leading up to Las Terrenas. I'm talking, it's really spotty when you're talking about above average roads. But for the most part, the roads are average, and there are more below average roads than there are average roads in Dominican Republic. In the US, the highways, the signs, the lane markings, the lighting, the predictability, in most cases, you know exactly where you're going. You know what lane you're supposed to be in. You know exactly what's coming next. In DR, not so much. A lot of times you don't even know what lane you're supposed to be in, and you damn sure don't know what's coming next. And that's why DR ranks #1 in fatalities in the world. And listen, infrastructure can impact your stress levels more than you realize. When systems work, you don't even think about them. But when they don't, You think about them constantly. America has invested heavily in infrastructure over the decades. And after living in Dominican Republic for so long, or even after being there for a year, whenever I return here, it is very noticeable. And the next one is something people don't talk about enough, and that's predictability. If someone tells you here in the US that they're going to show up on Tuesday at 10 a.m., you can bet your last dollar that they're going to be there Tuesday at 10 a.m. If a business says they're going to open at 9 a.m., you can almost bet your last paycheck that business is going to open at 9 a.m. If a package says it's going to arrive on Wednesday, you can bet your mortgage that it's going to be there on Wednesday. There's comfort in that. You can plan around that. You can organize your life around that. In DR, it's impossible. Tuesday at 10 a.m. turns into Thursday at 12 p.m. There's no way you can plan or organize your life around such unpredictability. But one thing it has taught me, not every culture values time the same way. And again, it's not necessarily right or wrong. And I know people don't want to hear that, but it's not. It's just different. And yes, there are moments, a lot of moments, when I miss the predictability of the American system. Another thing that America gets right is doing things online, banking online, scheduling appointments, government services, paying bills, managing accounts, and updating information. Probably 100% of what I just said, you cannot do online in Dominican Republic. I take that back. 90% of it. You can do some banking online in Dominican Republic. So many things here in the United States can be handled from your phone or your laptop, and this saves you time, it saves you gas, it saves you frustration, and it saves you your entire afternoon. Going to the bank in Dominican Republic can take the entire afternoon. America is not perfect, but in this area, it's ahead of a lot of places, especially Dominican Republic. Now let's talk opportunities, because regardless of your political views, what side of the aisle you're on, America is still a place that creates opportunities. There are industries in America that don't even exist in other countries. There are income opportunities that are available here in America that are just simply hard to find elsewhere. There are career paths, remote jobs, specialized industries, and entrepreneur opportunities that are still unmatched. I've had the opportunity to build a business in America, and I learned business in America. And a lot of the skills that have allowed me to live in Dominican Republic, I developed them in America. I still think there's opportunities here, but it's not as easy as people make it out to be, or as easy as it was in the past. And here's another one that doesn't get a lot of attention, and that's consumer protection. Credit card disputes, fraud protection, return policies, warranty protections, bank protections. A lot of Americans don't realize how much protections they have until they actually leave, because not every country offers these safeguards. Sometimes when things go wrong overseas, you're just stuck with the outcome. In America, consumers generally have more access to tools to protect themselves. And that's something that I can appreciate. Now, the next one I'm gonna be a little bit careful with, because there are professionals everywhere. I've met amazing business owners in Dominican Republic. I've met amazing lawyers, amazing entrepreneurs, amazing developers, amazing real estate agents, amazing systems, just amazing people in general. But one thing that America does well is their systems, processes, contracts, documentations, project management, communication standards. America has built a culture around its structure. You know what to expect, you know the process, you know the timeline. And when you're running a business, that level of professionalism makes your life that much easier. Now, the next one is interesting because it's one of the reasons why I left the United States. America has an ambition culture like no other place on this earth. It's a gift and it's a curse. People dream big, people build businesses, people innovate, people take risks. People in America believe they can create something from nothing, and it is possible and has been done millions of times. And to be honest, I admire that. I really do. But there's another side to that. Sometimes ambition can turn into obsession. Sometimes people can be so focused on the next thing that they simply don't take the time to enjoy the current thing. And I know this because that used to be me. I was always chasing, I was always building, I was always working, always grinding, always thinking that happiness was on the other side of the next goal. The Dominican Republic taught me how to slow down, but America, it taught me how to dream bigger. And honestly, I think both perspectives bring value. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned since living abroad is that no country is perfect. Not America, not Dominican Republic, not anywhere on this earth. Every place has its trade-offs. The question isn't what country is the best. The question is what trade-offs work the best for you. For me, I value time freedom. I value community. I value being present with my family. I value a slower pace. I value the lifestyle that we've built in Dominican Republic. And that's why I stay. That doesn't mean that America doesn't get a lot of things right, because it does. It gets a lot of things right. But I just gave you my reasons. And if you're one of those people saying, well, I can get the same reasons in the United States, that's your business. Stay your ass where you are and let me live my life. So when people ask me, do I miss the US? My answer is, in general, no. But there are definitely some things that I genuinely miss about living here. There are things here in America that they do exceptionally well. But at the same time, there were some things that I found living in Dominican Republic that I couldn't find here. And that's what this journey has really been about. Not escaping America, not running away, and not proving that one country is better than the other. It's about building a life that aligns with my values. And for me, that's what DR gave me. But I love to hear from you. If you live abroad, tell me what you genuinely miss about living in the United States. And if you're thinking about moving abroad, tell me something that you think you'll genuinely miss the most after you leave. And let me say this before I go, because I know some idiots gonna get in the comment section and say, well, you know, Dominican Republic is in America. Don't say America because that's the Dominican Republic. Man, shut up. Everybody knows when you say America what we're referring to. You go anywhere on this planet and you tell somebody you're from America, they're not gonna believe that you're saying you're from Brazil or Argentina or Canada. The first image pops up in their head is the United States and the American flag. Get the fuck out of here. So guys, if you're looking to see what your budget will look like while living in Dominican Republic, I put a link in the video description below for my DR cost of living calculator. Click on that link, sign up for my weekly newsletter, and see what your lifestyle could look like when you move to Dominican Republic. Also, if you're interested in investing in real estate, click the link below that says I want to invest in real estate, or go to our website, drinvestandlive.com. Also, sign up to our bi-weekly real estate newsletter, DR Real Estate Insiders. Man, it is full of information. You'll get the first dibs on the new properties. So until then, guys, remember, always keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you're going to live your best life. And I'm out. Peace.